Finally this Friday, time for your weekly can't miss list to look at all the movies and shows that you need to see this weekend. And joining us this week, entertainment journalist, pop culture expert, friend of the show, Brian Balthazar. Good to have you with us. So we should start in the theater. After all, it is Oscar weekend. So we have a movie. It's called Reminders of Him. This is the third major film based off a novel by Colleen Hoover. What's it about? I'm guessing we should bring Kleenex?
Well, yes, it is. A woman does something that many around her would find unforgivable. She does go to prison for it, and after her prison time, comes back to rebuild her life. And it is kind of a story of one, redemption, forgiveness, and can you forgive? Are you identified by the worst thing that happened in your life? So it's kind of a deep emotional journey.
All right, I like a deep emotional journey. Yeah. All right, if the bad weather has us staying in this weekend, there are several options. Let's start with Rooster. This is a limited series. It stars Steve Carell. I've seen the ads. I'm intrigued, but what exactly is it about?
Okay, so he plays an author, and the central character in his books is kind of strong and assertive, and people tend to think of him that way, but that's not quite the case, as you might imagine from Steve Carell. He becomes a teacher in residence at a school. He's rebuilding his life because his marriage has collapsed. This happens to be where his adult daughter lives. And by the way, if you love Ted Lasso, if you love Shrinking, one of the co-producers that created both of those shows, so you know it's going to have all the feels, you know, laughter and melancholy and all those things. So I think this is worth checking out.
Okay, and Shrinking is like my favorite show on television right now. So if it's anything like that, I'm guessing that his relationship with his daughter might have troubles.
Just a little ups and downs. Who would have thought?
Imagine that. I feel like that would drive the plot.
Yeah.
All right, now let's get to American Classic. This is about an aging Broadway actor who's played by Kevin Kline. He returns to his small town. You got Laura Linney, also John Tenney. He actually recently spoke to us about what attracted him to the show. Here's what he said.
Uncynical story at a time in the world that can be very discordant right now, that not only celebrates art and the theater, but celebrates the idea of what it takes to come together as a community.
So tell us more. What is this story about?
Okay, so Kevin Kline is a self-absorbed Broadway star. Okay. There's a moment that leads him to go back home, right? Okay. And of course, you're seeing a lot of family regrowing, rebirth, redemption kind of stories here. And so he, through circumstances I will leave you to watch and find out, decides he's going to reinvigorate this town by restoring and bringing back to life the local theater, which is now a dinner theater.
Oh,
so yeah, right. So the ego is going to be put into check. And you get the classic family moments because his daughter is in this story. Great chemistry with Laura Linney, and of course, then when you are bringing a show back, you're going to get the hilarious audition scenes. The local theater actor, you know. So you're gonna have those comedic moments. I'm told it's very witty more than it is hilarious, but it's a love letter to the theater because look at that cast. A lot of Broadway regulars.
That is amazing. I'm thinking of Waiting for Guffman. I have no idea if it's anything like Waiting for Guffman.
It's not quite that extremely
it's not quite
quirky,
there. Okay.
But it's a little bit more charming and realistic than Waiting for Guffman.
Okay. Yeah. All right, good to know. All right. The Madison is premiering Saturday. This is Taylor Sheridan, who's doing quite well for himself right now. And he keeps just like bringing in big names to star. Michelle Pfeiffer, Kurt Russell. What's the storyline? Okay,
so a New York family is befallen by a tragedy. Michelle Pfeiffer is the matriarch of this family. They decide to move from New York to Madison, although it does intercut between New York and Montana. And so an emotional journey here, again, about recovery and family and growth and love. This, among these Yellowstone series, is a little bit more of a deep emotional journey compared to the others. The others have a little bit more intensity, but this one's a little bit more of a deper emotional story.
Got it, and there's no better advertisement for the American West than a Taylor Sheridan
right.
show.
I mean, seriously, I'm sure he just bought another boat, you know? Another ranch.
All right, finally, let's do something a little bit quirky here. Sunny Nights. Two siblings from America. They want to open a spray tan salon in Australia. But, you know, as happens, they get sucked into a life of crime.
Right. I love the banner. An attempt to open a spray tan business. We go to Australia, Will Forte there. It's called Kooky and Violent. Those two things that go great together.
They do.
This actually was shot in Australia and premiered there actually a few months ago. It's now coming to the States. Obviously, they get caught up in some crime. There and it's messy, but it's just violent and kooky. That's all I could say. That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know. Spray tans are kooky and violent,
they can be.
Might as well be.
I've learned the hard way.
We have 30 seconds left here. Are you pushing for anyone for the Oscars this weekend? Like, do you have a favorite film?
I'm excited by Jessie Buckley. I'm interested also, obviously Best Actor, but I think that was largely obviously decided before the scandal.
Well, no, it's getting close now, though.
It was close before the scandal. Like, it was neck and neck because of the prior awards. You know, seeing Michael B. Jordan win, I think it was the actor award. Yeah. So I'm just interested in that one. I think that's going to be one to follow, and they'll be talking about that for a little while.
I think
It's
so.
a lesson in what to say and what not to say.
We'll probably talk to you about it.
Let's
All
do
right,
it.
that's going to do it for this hour of morning news. Now stay with us for more news.